I'm in my watermelon garden. See how healthy the vines are looking? Or I should say, in my melon garden, I have watermelon and I have cantaloupe. See how lovely? Beautiful indeed. This is my garden. I can tell you that there are some key things that you need to do in order to get your watermelon vines this beautiful. Number of things. Oh, watch the pollinator. Some key things. And I will just show you what my garden looks like. Show you what my garden looks like. What my garden looks like. Look at these vines. Some amount of cantaloupe vines are there too. But look at it. It is so pretty. It looks so healthy. Again, you may find a few disease plants or vines somewhere. But just look. Look how healthy. Look at these cantaloupes. Wow. Superb. Look at these watermelon. Look at the leaves, how they are broad. Look there. And there are a number of things contributing to this. Wow, beautiful. And I'm going to show you some of the root of these vines. The root. How wonderful some of these root are. They're big and chunky. So when you look at the root, like these root, chunky. Root again, chunky. A number of things contribute to this, and I will share with us. Because they are skill, and I'm telling you about your kitchen garden, your little garden. And these are the things that we do. So we experiment, and after experimenting, we take what we have learned to the bigger picture, a bigger feel. Yeah. So look, beautiful. Beautiful vines. And as they run, you can see a number of blooms. And the pollinators are there. Number of blooms. There are a number of things that you need to do in order to get good quality vine. And if you are getting good quality vine, you will get good quality fruit. So first, when you prepare to plant, have the holes dug and you add your farmyard manure. Anywhere from, depending on the quality, anywhere from 7 days all the way down to 3. And you have that mixing, you have it wet daily, right? Again, you can always cover it back slightly. After that, then you plant. Again, it is very important that you are aware of the weather condition. These plants like the drier condition, especially when they start to bloom or you have those young ones or little fruits being formed. After that, then you have to water them. Before they start to bloom, you can water daily. Choice is up to you. You can add water early in the morning or in the afternoon before the sun sets. The plants do not want any water on the leaves, and that is very key. So there's a number of tricks and trade. After that, you water. I use some special fertilizers. In the initial stage, after they have started to grow, I add some root fertilizer, and most of my fertilizer application was through fertigation. So I apply through my irrigation water. So I add those fertilizers that are high in phosphorus. Some amount of nitrogen, but high in phosphorus. After a week of that, I started to add growth. And the leaves, I tell you, that is why my leaves are so big and pretty. I start to add my growth fertilizer. And when I saw them starting to run, and that was about 3 weeks, going 4 weeks, when they started to run or the vines start to move off, that was the point when I started to give them some flower fertilizer. Very important. Those fertilizers that will increase flowering. So it is high in potassium, high in phosphorus, low in nitrogen. So that's what I did. And in between I will add a little root, because good root make good shoot, and good shoot make good fruits. You get that? So a number of things, and you continue to irrigate, preferably not in the night unless the nights are very dry, but you aim to wet the roots only. And that is why you can see all of a lot of. So as was said earlier, I add manure to the holes in that preparation stage, and I mix it anywhere from 7 all the way down to 3 days before planting. And you wet it daily. After you plant them and they start to grow, once the true leaves have come out, I start to add root fertilizer for about 1 week. And after that, I start to add growth, so something that is high in phosphorus. Because if you have good root, you'll have good shoot. And if you have good shoot, you'll have many fruits. And that is what we would want. So after doing that, we add some amount of growth fertilizer all the way up to the point when the vines start to run. So once we fertilize, that is what we do. Once they start to run, then I apply a fertilizer for flowering to increase the amount of flower. And also this will help with fruit set and fruit formation, the uniform formation of our fruits. And that is why you will see my garden looking the way it has. Look at the leaves. Up to recent, I had just applied some fungicide and some micronutrients, because it seemed like there's lacking micronutrients. So you'll see some white on the leaves. Yeah, it was from me applying some fungicide. So very, very, very important. So after I started to see a number of fruits, what next did I do? I add a fertilizer that give me or is noted for production, because we want to ensure that we get good quality fruit. So again, I will mix my root fertilizer and my growth fertilizer and some of my production. But your fertilizer at this stage is very important. You want some nitrogen, because you want the leaves to be such that they can photosynthesize. And you want to get some good fruits. I tell you, my garden, it is something to behold. This is therapy. Look at the leaves. Look at the leaves. So there are a number of things, a number of ways that you can make this happen the best possible way. Again, your manure is very important. But if you add your manure, you have to irrigate regularly. Right? So my main means of irrigation is fertigation, where I apply water-soluble fertilizer in the water and I wet the plant. This is one of the easiest and fastest means of absorption. So the nutrients are easily absorbed, whether through the roots or via the leaves. And yeah, they're looking wonderful. I can't complain as it is. Whether they produce or they don't, I can't complain. But to tell you, based on how this look, I'm getting some wonderful flowers, a lot of flowers. Every node there is a flower, and that is what you want. That is what you want. So soon you will have a lot of fruits. Yeah. Again, if it's the first time you're joining, remember it is a channel Malachi Emerald. And yeah, we want to ensure that, I pass on this information, and this information will help us. So we experiment at this stage, and based on the result, whether you document you document them or you have it in your head, this can assist you in producing on a large scale. Again, number of things: you manure first in the holes, you mix about 7 days, you plant. Soon as you get the true leaves, you apply that root fertilizer high in phosphorus. Then as soon as they start to grow, you add growth, something again in phosphorus, some potassium. We want some nitrogen there, so it's more balanced. And as soon as they start to run off, you give them the flower fertilizer. So increase the amount of bloom, fruit set, etc. And then once we realize we start to see fruits, we apply production. You can apply production all the way up to harvesting, or you apply production mixed with some of the other. Again, it's up to you. But remember, you saw it and heard it on the channel Malachi Emerald. Thank you so much. Wow, I can't help but looking always at my plants. Wow, look, you will see fruits and fruits and fruits. Wow, shoots and shoots and side shoots. See, side shoot, a number of side shoots we're getting. Let us see how the turnout will be. But you can't say you didn't hear it and saw it on the channel Malachi Emerald. Thank you so much for watching and being a part. Share with a friend. Remember to subscribe if you have not. Consider subscribing and comment on this video. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel Malachi Emerald.